would begin?
I think the fact that it started so naturally, like kind of, it just, I felt like I was just here last week. And even the way that you texted me to inform me about it, was just so trippy.
What'd I say?
I'm at the barbershop, faded as hell, you feel me? Because I was late, so there's someone else hopped in the chair. I go to the damn bar, so I'm faded at the barbershop, you feel me? And then I look at my phone. I'm like doing crazy shit on my phone, just who riding, whatever. I get a text, it says from Adam22. I'm like, what the fuck spam app is this? Because I've got like a few random phone calls from Adam22 this year that you did not call me. I know for a fact.
People clone the number or whatever?
Like
wow.
Some weirdos or whatever, advanced shit. I don't want no smoke. It said, you just said Tuesday, 4 p.m., No Jumper show, and then you listed the topics you wanted to discuss. And it was basically like there was no other pretense to the conversation. There was no other like, yo, Lush, what's going on? Right? It was just that. And I instantly responded to it, and then we just dialogued a little bit. Tried to call you. You didn't pick up.
I was at the trampoline park.
Well, okay, yeah. And I also figured like, you know what? Our last interaction really publicly together was on camera. Why not have our first one? And whatever conversation needs to be had between myself and the world and you feel me? Like,
I don't know where the motivation came from at the trampoline park. I was just posted up, and for some reason, I was just like, you know what, let's do it. Because I've had a bunch of people.
This was Remo's idea.
From Kenny to Remo. A few different people have suggested it over the last 6 months or whatever, but like a few people that are like actually within my circle were like, maybe you should do this, like maybe it would be a good idea. And I don't know, something about the energy of the trampoline park maybe made me feel free enough that I felt like maybe we can make this decision.
You know what it might have been, and like this, like not no funny shit.
And also, this has nothing to do with the meth cooking skit from yesterday. That was a surprise to me.
No, yeah, that was really funny. The comments totally said that was a great idea. I remember that. I think the correlation at the trampoline park could have been because like back in the day you would tell me like Parker says your name, she'll be like say it like Lush, because like
it's been a while since that. Yeah, seems like she forgot about that.
Oh, I'm sure she did. It's not.
She does talk about Brick Baby from time to time now.
But it's just like I'm just trying to think of a correlation of why at the trampoline park would this be a thing, but I don't know. Or maybe it's because I'm bouncing back on these motherfuckers. You feel me? This is my redemption arc. This is a bounce back. I'm at the trampoline park.
Or
of course, you see all these people
kid.
bouncing. And I'm a big ass kid, of course.
Or you a big ass kid?
I'm bouncing back.
I'm Don Julio years old. That's 42. Going on Adam years old. That's 22. You feel me? So like, it is what it is.
Cuz trying to spit.
You be rapping.
No,
He trying to spit.
I'm telling you, you don't know. This is really me. The version of me that you got on the podcast was a very watered down.
That wasn't even
jittery,
you.
No,
The prior
Flame,
version.
That wasn't even you.
Flame, no.
Well, how do you know?
First of all, that's
I was
my
over
man.
there with Cuz.
That's my man.
I was over there. I've been hanging out with Cuz since hanging out with Cuz.
Like
Really?
exactly, since 2017 when Disaster battled Tay Rock and my man pulled
talk
up.
your shit.
You feel me? Pull
Talk
like
your
like
shit.
that's my homeboy for real.
You were on No Jumper hardcore for what, like a year?
For not even hardcore for a year. I was on No Jumper period for a year. Hardcore for 6 months.
Heated up for 6 months.
Yeah. In fact, I would like to challenge that other than Adam 22, there's probably nobody that made more appearances in a 6 month period on No Jumper than I did during then.
Probably
and
true.
I know you said that was because I was just always down, which is partially true.
Right.
I give you credit. But like motherfuckers fucked with me for a second. You feel me? You was fucking with me for whatever reason. You feel me? And yeah, I was down. But from September to March was the Lush One era.
I felt like you came around during an era where I was having a hard time getting conversations out of a few people on the channel for a period of time. And it was kind of like, oh, here's somebody who seems like he's a little more serious about actually having the best conversations possible at a time where I was kind of struggling with that. So it definitely played an important role during that era for sure.
No, and that makes sense. And like beyond that, like there's not too many people that can combine the eloquence on hip hop culture with firsthand experience while still being entertaining, being an old head that's still influenced and has is tapped into youth culture to a degree. I'm basically like the quintessential poster child of like what an old ass man is wearing Depends diapers in the 70s that fucks with No Jumper would look like.
I would argue though that part of it was that you were someone where almost everybody on the channel, from the house phones to the ADs to the T-Rolls, etc., where they all felt very comfortable letting you know exactly how they felt. Whereas some people on the channel at the time, include like people that people had issues with, they didn't feel comfortable airing out those grievances. Whereas with you, it felt like you were kind of an open book and people were willing to let you know exactly what they thought of you at times.
Well, I feel like that's like the second half. I feel like that's like December to March, like December 22 to March 2023.
Can I ask a question? What I'm missing? Niggas wasn't fucking with you?
It's not that. It's not that.
It sound like niggas wasn't fucking with you.
That's what he's trying to imply.
Wait,
That's what I'm
Adam
hearing.
constantly,
That's what I'm
Adam
saying.
constantly tries to downplay me, and I get it, and it's cool. But you feel me? Like
it felt
Nobody-
like you kind of like your existence on the channel helped to usher in an era of extreme toxicity in a sense. And I don't mean that to say that you were being toxic so much as that everyone else kind of felt comfortable heaping it upon
Okay,
you. And
yeah.